Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is podcast number 234. We are the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox One community. Let me first say a fantastic howdy doody welcome to all of the new viewers. First time live watching the show over on Mixer. Welcome to everybody. We've got like 8 or 9 people in here that's their first time live. If you've never seen the show live, if you've never joined one of our streams during the week, head over to mixer.com/X1Bros. Every Friday we record the podcast live, and every day minus Sunday we stream over on Mixer.
Yeah, sometimes we do fun things. Like today, you opened something pretty cool.
Yeah, sometimes pre-show, I opened up the collector's edition, the collector's box
Of
Red Dead Redemption 2.
RDR2.
RDR2.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
The RDRs.
The RDR.
I was diagnosed with RDR a long time ago.
That's...
Doctor didn't give me a chance,
Oh,
but I overcame it.
You poor thing.
I beat RDR2.
You poor thing. Oh,
Yes.
my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Welcome, everybody. Like I said, podcast number 234. I'm joined by the bros, the X1Bros. It's Mr. McSpicy, George the Man, and I am X1.
Me.
We all...
Him.
And
David.
Hey, it's me. And we all got to experience, we got to play, we got to live the dream. We got to play Red Dead Redemption 2. It launched this morning. This is Friday. This is launch day. It actually launched last night, late last night.
Where we are.
So we all got to jump in. McSpicy, I'd like you to give me your first impressions. Does it meet your expectations? Go.
My headphones are all twisted.
Oh, yes.
Squirrel. I have only been able to play probably 3 hours or so. You guys played longer than me.
Yeah.
I played last night. Can I just say before I jump into this has been the busiest week of my
Career?
Yeah. These last 2 weeks have been so stressful, so busy. I can't even breathe. I'm barely treading water with my job.
That sucks, too, because it's Red Dead Redemption week.
To be honest, just the mere thought of this game has brought me up.
Oh, there you go. It's uplifted you.
Oh, my goodness. Just the thought of playing a Red Dead game, because I love the first one, even if you didn't, whatever. I love the first one, and I've waited so long for this game, and just the fact that I would be playing it on the Friday of the week that I'm in.
Yeah.
I started watching all my favorite movies when I had a chance, just skipping through to my favorite scenes in movies. I mean, I hit them all. I hit everything. And just because I was excited, I wanted to put together some of my favorite stuff in life just because it brought me up.
Yeah.
And so, just a mere thought of this game. This game already has made me laugh out loud many, many times.
Dude, some of their sayings, one of my favorite ones is, that I've heard multiple times is, I know shit that's smarter than you.
Beep,
so
we
funny.
need a beep word.
Beep, sorry, beep.
Yeah.
But that's quoting. I'm quoting Red Dead Redemption there. So funny.
Dude, my favorite. Okay, so this is not a spoiler. You have a guy tied up that you're kind of torturing to get information at the beginning of the game, you know. And I don't know what about this whole sequence of events, but one of the lines they say is Come on, son. They're just balls.
Yeah,
because you're torturing them.
They're gonna cut them off. They're threatening to gild the player.
But so that guy's tied up and he's sitting there like screaming and yelling at me, and I just brew myself a cup of coffee and I just
watching it.
I would just walk up to him and just start drinking my coffee, just staring at him,
just having a chuckle.
It's so funny. Does that make me a bad person?
No, not at all. So this game, you were looking forward to it, super excited. Jumping in, was your excitement met? Was your excitement justified?
Yeah, so
especially since you've just played the beginning, basically, up to this point.
Yeah.
Does it suck you in right away, or does it take some getting into? Is it the Forza Horizon 4 prologue where you're just grinding it out, or is it legit?
It is kind of grindy in a way, because I wanted to just dive into hunting and stuff, and they don't let you do all that stuff. It's like it's a prologue kind of at the beginning.
Very story-based.
Very story-based. And just like in the old days, the world is a lot slower pace, it's just a slower.
It is a
down home,
Yeah.
It's an Alabama song. Out in the country, things are slower paced. You don't have cell phones to call your friends that never connect to you with other games. I'm Grand Theft Auto 5ing it. But no, it's slower in the fact that it's very cinematic. I haven't discovered fast travel yet. I don't know if that exists.
It does.
It does exist. Okay.
But not for a while. Like, I think 20 hours in.
Okay, wow. So when you go from point A to point B, you sit there and you talk to people around you on the wagons, on the horses. I really like how the horses have formations.
Yeah.
And you can actually press right bumper and go back in the formation of like the posse crew kind of a thing. It's very... You can immerse yourself a lot in this game. It's slower paced because it's very story. It's a cowboy simulator. And we can get into the Rage engine and stuff like that because I feel like they tightened up the Rage engine.
Oh, me and Jordan were on today, and that's what I told Jordan. I said, they've nailed this. This Rage engine, they've improved it so much.
Yeah. And the Rage engine is the engine they use in this game. It's the Rockstar Advanced Game Engine. That's right, yeah. And I think by tightening it up, they give you a little bit less controllability. I feel, and that's how the animations work because they make it. It's not like let's take Assassin's Creed. I can turn on a dime almost, right?
Yeah.
This you have to swing around slowly, and it takes some getting used to. But it makes it more fluid, and it makes the animations... I mean, the animations are nuts.
Especially when you kill people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that reminds me.
Did you see that?
Which, by the way, in my game, it's the Wild West.
Oh. So, some of those kill scenes, the most gruesome kill scene I've seen so far is John Marston stabbing a guy in the back. He just goes up and
and they were like, "Geez!"
Oh,
yeah, everybody else was like, "Oh,
I just barely played that."
Yeah, so you could, and I don't think you see it because you can take the lead or you can choose to have John Marston. Hey, you can tell your people what to do.
Out of respect, I let John take that.
As did I.
I did too, and that was like
funny,
a whoa.
I was like, whoa. He just like. Oh my gosh.
Even your character was like, "Oh my,
yeah.
whoa."
Yeah, John, holy! I didn't know that was in you.
Have you guys heard John and Abigail fight at the camp?
Oh,
No,
it's
that
hilarious.
is so
it is hilarious.
He called her a man.
It's hilarious. They have like a love-hate relationship.
But
we'll hilarious.
We'll get to it later. Hearing all that makes me support your theory even more, actually. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, so far, my theory prior to this is that John Marston is going to be while we're not playing John Marston, he's a central figure to the story. Yeah. So far as we've played, I've played about 8 hours. Jordan played probably about the same. McSpicy's played 4
hours. Yeah, 3 hours.
So far that's holding up. I mean, I think we're being set up to see John Marston as a key central figure. In fact, one of the first missions you go on in the prologue is to go and get John Marston. And you learn just a lot of little Easter eggs there too. And none of this is spoiler alerts, but you learn how he gets the scars on his face from that first prologue scene.
Have we all done?
Also, I think we've seen The Stranger already.
Have we all done the bear quest?
The Strange Man, I mean.
I haven't done the bear quest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so we don't want to talk about a lot of the stuff.
No, but the reason I support David's theory is because something is told to you about John Marston during that quest.
Oh, okay.
And it's really interesting, and I think it's going to come back later.
Okay. Well, I got to say some of my stories.
I want to hear some of your stories. Wait, can we start with my story first?
Because my story, I have lots of stories.
Because I have a story that's not game related, but is game related.
Okay, let's do it.
So last night, let me share how we set up for Red Dead Redemption. Is one of our favorite games of all time, all of us, right? So this is a big release. So we get together, we come to McSpicy's house to watch the.
I know what you're gonna
watch the game here.
So yeah, at 10 p.m. they all came to my house to just.
First, we went and got some
it.
snacks. We rocked the snacks. I got some Weinhard's root beer.
Yeah,
some sarsaparilla, if you will, for the Old West. McSpicy got some Doritos.
I got Doritos and macaroni and cheese
with wieners.
With wieners in them. Yeah,
just the way you
call
like
them noodles and poodles.
Just the way you like it. And Jordan,
hot dogs. It was hot dogs for you.
Jordan got Mountain Dew, stuck up on the Mountain Dew. I don't know what else you got, but
and
Jordan
you went red. You went red this time.
Yeah, Mountain Dew Code Red. Do you always go Code Red?
No, it's either that or Voltage.
Oh,
Voltage, and that's green, right?
Blue.
Oh, that's blue.
Oh, Code Red is better. IMO.
It really? Does
Yeah,
it
I
taste
think so.
better?
I mean, I don't know, but I just prefer red. Code blue. Get that crap out of here.
So you're a red team, not a blue team?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Anyway, so we come back, we watch it. We watch Spicy play just the very first 30 minutes, maybe just the very first intro, which is mostly movie cutscenes, and it's also the credits, which Organic Avenger in chat made a very good point. Rockstar does their credits first, giving the developers credit. I mean, I agree. Who watches credits at the end of the game? I think it's good, but it makes it cinematic too. It makes it like a movie. It instantly pulls you in. It's like, oh, this is going to be a story.
And I like stories that jump in halfway, and this one starts out in the middle of something.
That it does. Anyway, so then we go home, and I have two options. I took today off for the Red Dead Redemption launch. I can go home and play a little while, or I could go straight to bed and wake up at 5 in the morning, which I did.
Yep.
I woke up at 5 in the morning, got up. I streamed Forza first because I got my 100 roads in, got another achievement down. What am I, 14 achievements away?
Okay,
from that?
cool.
So
Nice.
it's not bad. I'll get there eventually. Anyways, I stream, then I jump off stream, and I go, and I've already preloaded Red Dead Redemption. I pinned it right there on the front of my in my groups. I go to load it up. Your game is not installed. And I'm like, what? And I go and I click on apps and scroll down. 40 megs was installed.
40 megs, not even gigs.
Not in gigs.
40 megs.
40 megs was installed. Just enough to get the icon, and then it paused.
Just to get the icon.
Just to get the icon that I could pin. That fooled me into thinking that it was there on my system. So it's just been there. So I go, it's an 88 gigabyte game on the Xbox One X, and everybody's downloading it. So I think they throttle it. We had this discussion earlier. So it took 3 hours. It took 3 hours to download. So I'm sitting there waiting for 3 hours for this game to go. And as I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, and I'm watching all these videos. I'm watching the Digital Foundry reviews, which talk about the technology that they're using in Red Dead Redemption. And the Digital Foundry videos, they compared all the systems, and the Xbox One X is by far the best place to play this game on. And this is a game that's meant to be played in 4K. I don't have a 4K screen, but I have the Project Scorpio. So in sitting there waiting, I just started browsing the internet for 4K screens. You okay, Jordan? Jordan's choking over here. Jordan's... whoa, hey, man. Heimlich on the show. We're going to have a death here.
Start talking about 4K Cowboys.
4K. Anyways,
Cowboys
so 4K
oh,
streams, I start browsing.
And I'm hooked. And I'm in.
I start browsing. I find we just had a Best Buy open up next to us, so I purchased myself a 4K monitor.
Yeah.
And I go and pick it up from Best Buy, which is 2 blocks away from us, and I sneak it in my house because my wife doesn't know that I bought this.
Do you know what David told me? He's like, I was like, well, she's going to find out once it hits the credit cards. He's like, yeah, but that's 2 months away. I have 2 months of guilt-free playing.
yeah. After that, that's when I'll worry about it. In 2 months.
That's when she sees the credit card statement.
4K monitor has all the bells and whistles. I got what's the
bells and whistles?
Yeah, no, it's got HDR. It's got 4K. It's got the FreeSync. That's what I was looking for. Thank you very much. It's got FreeSync on there. Plug it in. Then I went back to Forza while I'm still downloading Red Dead Redemption, and whoa, my mind is blown.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was my. Do you want to play a game and lose 3 hours of your day that you took off?
Yep.
Because you thought it was installed, but it was paused. It wasn't even it was just paused.
Yeah,
for
that
whatever reason, my
sucks.
system paused it.
That's terrible, man.
Anyways, there's my first story. That has nothing to do with gaming, but so because of Red Dead Redemption, I went out and dropped some dimes on
That's
4K
that's
monitor.
pretty cool. All my stories are in game.
Okay, let's hear.
Well, the realism is amazing in this game.
Dude, it's so good. Oh, the first time my horse dynamic pooped,
Oh yeah, I've had it happen twice.
I was cheering. I was like, yes!
It sits there on the ground.
Yes! The first time it dynamic poop was when you were getting ready to blow up a railroad.
See, yeah,
He was nervous.
For me.
Must have been nervous. He must have been nervous and just...
See, me, they're like, go check things out. And so I jumped off my horse and I jumped off the cliff. And then, I had to tuck and roll. And it literally, the engine's amazing. It rolled me down the hill.
Did you get hurt or anything?
No, my hat fell off. I did get hurt.
I've lost my hat. My hat's gone.
Yeah, I got.
I haven't even replaced my hat yet.
My first time was when I was helping out just some random guy. I got off my horse and he just started pooping.
Just started pooping. You were like, "Whoa, he's
Yeah.
pooping! Dynamic poop!"
It's happened twice since then.
So,
And it stays on the ground.
Yeah.
what,
I wonder if you can pick it up and use it as a crafting item.
And throw it at stuff.
Pick up. Yeah, that's funny. Throw. So my first hunting experience was it tore me up inside.
Oh,
like
really?
Jordan was there. Weren't you there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So this fine gentleman is teaching me how to hunt with a bow.
Oh, Charles.
Charles.
I love that man.
He
Was
hurt
it
his
Char-
hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Charles.
So Charles is having me hunt with a bow, and apparently I suck because instead of having a clean shot, the poor animal got wounded.
Oh, you wounded yours.
Oh my gosh!
Did it cry out?
Yeah.
Oh,
And it
and it's rolling
worms
around in
on
the,
the
snow,
floor, yeah.
and I'm walking up to it, and it's like, and it's doing like it did a whole the blood smeared all over.
Yeah, oh yeah, that part's crazy.
And I'm just like this. What
Did you take out your gun and shoot it in the head?
No, I did it the fast way. That Charles told me to.
Slit its throat?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I had to slowly walk up to it and put my hand on it and
You
put it
really
out of its
did?
minute of
Oh my
misery.
goodness.
And I was like, it was one of the most traumatic experiences because it is real, man.
You had to go cry into your pillow?
David was impressed with the new skinning.
Oh, the
animation.
skinning is amazing. When you skin too, you skin.
I
Like,
felt so bad for this deer.
wow.
Like it was like and it's like rolling.
Yeah.
It's like the poor animal.
And it's probably realistic sounds that they use.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, if you shoot a deer, you aim true.
You shoot to kill, right?
aim
Don't
true.
don't mess around with that.
Aim true because I put my controller down for a sec and I was like, oh my gosh. Anyways, I get my deer and I put it on. You can put it on the back of your horse.
Oh yeah.
And I recorded this. I should show you this clip.
Okay.
It's pretty funny. And I'm still in this moment of that poor animal. Oh well, it's gonna feed the camp. You know, I'm gonna use every part.
You were thanking Mother Nature.
I was
for this,
thanking Mother Nature
for this gift.
I had a moment of silence and I start running, galloping my horse, and my horse jumps off of of a rock, and apparently it's the weight of me and the deer was too heavy, and it nosedives into this river. And I crash and I float for a sec. My horse is like,
Did your horse die?
no, but it was like trying to get up.
Your horse is like
You
drowning.
do know if your horse gets hurt, you have to put it out of its misery too.
Yes.
Like,
Oh yeah. But I wasn't worried about this at the time because the deer had fallen off and started floating down the river. And then my mission, because that's part of the mission, it's like grab your deer, or you fail the mission. And I like get up and I'm running down this, and there is a waterfall at the end of this. It's all recorded.
You're
You should
running after your horse.
No, it's
The
the
deer.
deer.
Oh,
the
the
deer's
deer.
part of the mission.
It's floating away.
The poor, and remember, I'm still
You
feeling,
tortured it.
I'm still feeling so bad for the stupid deer that I didn't aim true. Oh my gosh!
So
And
while
I
the
barely
re-
caught it in time. I caught it in time before it fell off the water.
While the rest of us were having serious survival experiences here, you were playing a comedy.
yeah, it was total slapstick.
It was Blazing
You
Saddles,
should have
not
seen-
Red
I
Dead
felt
Redemption.
so bad for my horse because he like. I told him to jump across the river, but he missed and nosedived. Right. Apparently, he can't jump that far with a deer on the back.
Oh man.
I think there's extra weight physics that you got to worry about.
Man, that is funny. That is hilarious.
That's why. So that desensitized me to the point where when a guy was getting tortured, I just poured myself a pot of coffee
and they're gonna geld him.
yeah, I got like 4
Make
feet
him a
away,
eunuch.
just making eye contact and sipping my morning coffee.
You know what's funny about that?
Help me.
What's
Hold
cool-
on, I'm drinking my coffee. I have tortured animals before.
Oh my
What's cool
gosh.
about that is you actually had to go through the effort of brewing your own coffee.
Yeah.
I love in this game that everything requires an action.
Not only that, because we're starving the guy, and I went and got a pot of stew, and I ate that in front of him, and then I just threw the pot right down on his feet. Like I was like, it was awesome.
Oh man, that
Yeah.
poor guy. That poor guy.
You could torture a man all you want, but when a poor deer is sitting there
It's
screaming,
screaming.
that was wow. Yeah. Anyways, so back to what we were talking about originally. The game's it's a slower paced game, especially at the beginning. But it is a simulator, and it is bad A. It is good. It's very good. It's gorgeous game.
Detailed. The
Have you guys,
detail is
Oh,
amazing.
Yeah. Have you accidentally slipped down a hill?
No, not yet.
Oh my gosh. So I'm just running. Okay, here's what you do. You don't run fast on your horse off a trail going down the hill.
Because your horse will trip.
It really is. I thought I could run my horse like on the Man from Snowy River. Have you ever seen that movie where he goes down the side of that mountain and it's like one of the most amazing cinematic experience? You know,
Sure.
No, your horse can't handle that.
No, that's not real
He's
life.
just a level 2 horse, man. He can't. I've had the horse roll over the top of me and kill me.
Well, Jordan's stories, he was showing us clips. Jordan
with my
assumed
horse-
this was Zelda riding.
Well, because in The Legend of Zelda, they have the mechanic where your horse automatically dodges the trees.
Yeah.
So I was going to take a shortcut through the forest, and I'm going at
He's
full
going
speed.
full speed.
and let me tell you,
That mechanic does not exist. They did not steal that mechanic
You
from
ran
Zelda.
right into the tree.
yeah, my horse's head just tagged the tree, and we both flew out. It was bad.
You've got to be able to. We should rewatch that because does your horse heart meter go down? Like
yeah,
your
yeah,
health
I had
meter?
to feed him a carrot.
Oh, you had to feed him a carrot.
Do you know what's amazing?
I also got magic horse juice.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say, because Jordan showed me another clip, and I gotta say,
Where he takes it in the nuts.
Oh, okay, we gotta the destructive power of the environment's destructible because Jordan's riding his horse up to tie it to the log, and he hops off and lands right the crotch right on the top of the post, and it snaps off
Right in between.
just right between the legs. He hops on his horse and lands on
And
a
the
post.
post snaps.
The post snaps off.
And he falls on the ground. His character falls down. Oh
my gosh.
dude, it's like Blazing Saddles, not Red Dead, not this serious thing.
When we're in charge of this game. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Please tell me you guys have done the drunk mission.
Oh yeah, the drunk mission is
That-
hilarious.
I
The drunk
haven't done
mission
it.
threw me off.
You think getting drunk in Grand Theft Auto
Oh.
is funny? They have stepped it up.
Oh, they've
10
stepped
notches.
it up. There's a pee scene.
Oh,
That is legit.
let's just say it automatically
It's
puts you in the first
It
person.
puts you in first person view. It does. And I looked down.
Did you accidentally walk in on those people?
Oh no, I didn't walk in.
Yeah,
when
so-
you're looking for him.
Well, so when you're looking for him, and I walked in on these people, and it was like, "Oh, sorry," right? You know,
Oh,
because
sorry.
it's a brothel type area.
Oh, it's a saloon.
Well, yeah. Anyway, and then there's later you get even more drunk, so you see your friend's face on everybody's
everybody.
face.
Uh-huh.
So I walked back in that room, and it was two of him. Like, it was so funny. It was so. And he was like, "Oh, sorry." I guess.
Oh,
man.
Have you guys bathed yet?
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't yet.
I went full service.
50 cents? Oh, or
50
yeah,
cents
no,
extra.
50 cents for a bath, 25 cents. Or is it 50 cents extra? I don't know.
50 cents extra for the premium experience, which a lady comes in, doesn't do anything bad, but she helps bathe you. I like that service. That's primo. They don't.
It's only 50 cents.
we
That's
just
cool.
don't get service like that anymore.
You really don't. You really don't.
No. I mean,
Not
that's-
anywhere I've been.
I told her too. As I'm sitting there in the bath, I was like, "Wash my right arm," and then she washed my right arm.
I
Wash my
talked.
left arm.
I hit the left.
Oh, and you
we
could
just
small talk.
chatted. Yeah, she was like, "Hey, how you doing?" She's like, "Good."
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go now.
Small talk.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this
yeah,
fun
you can small talk.
Oh man, it's so good. So how has your hunting experiences gone?
Dude, I am loving it. I love hunting, and I love the bow. The bow is really fun. The hunting mechanic in this game is
It's
on
good.
point. It's really good. It's enough of the like cat mouse tracking, and they did the mechanic correct where you can. It's called eagle vision. You can see, but you can only see to track for a certain amount of time.
It's basically like The Witcher 3's tracking.
That's
where-
exactly That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. Where the line's on the ground. I got destroyed. There's a bear. There's legendary hunts in this. There wasn't the first Red
Oh,
Dead.
you pull out the dead eye with those suckers, man.
I didn't. I forgot that I had Deadeye, and the bear literally bit my head off, like chomped my face,
Oh,
and I
man.
died. And what's great, it's like Grand Theft Auto. When you die, you know, like you reappear somewhere. But I reappeared by the lake, and when I reappear, my guy's like, oh, my head hurts. It's so funny.
Did you lose money? I lost money when I died.
I don't remember if I lost money. No, I have so much money.
Yeah,
I
that's
make
actually
sure
one of-
I loot everywhere.
That's actually one of the perks because we got the Ultimate Edition. We actually got extra money, so
Oh,
that's why we
boom.
have so much.
Oh, really?
Boom.
I looked up because I was like, "What would I get?"
I've
and
got
then-
cashola, baby.
I donated half to my camp.
You donated half to your camp?
Yeah,
What
my
an
camp's got
idiot.
like $100 and something, and then I upgraded my camp with that.
Well,
Okay, never mind, you're
Well,
not
no,
an
you can
idiot.
more than that because there's some missions where your camp takes you get like 600 and your camp takes 300 of it.
Yeah.
So they should have more.
Hey, so
than
I don't
100.
put up with crap anymore in this game.
Oh yeah, do you guys
Yes.
choose? So a lot of this game, by the way, guys, for those of you who haven't played it, is decision making, and this is something that they've really stepped up because in the first Red Dead Redemption, I don't feel like there was decision making.
No.
Much in that it was they kind of led you in a direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is total decision making.
Especially you can kill anybody.
Life or death.
Oh, and I do.
And it's life or death questions.
Wait, so you're being what does it say? Because I've always tried to be honorable.
No. So I'm being honorable, but what's happening is like I'm doing my mission and completing the objectives, and then like for example, I had to go collect people's debts because we gave them money and they owe us. So I went and collected this guy's debt, and he was like, "I'm not giving it to you," and he fought me, and I beat him up. And then I took the debt that he owed me, and some other guy was like, "You stole that! I'm telling the law!" And he started running, and I was like, "What? No, he."
Did you run after him and tackle him?
No, I shot him. It's the Wild West, man. My character, Arthur. No, my character even said he was like, he owes us money, and he's like, "I'm telling the law." And because I got tired, because that was like the 5th time that
I have
happened
been
to
chased by the police twice now, but not from being bad on purpose, from accidentally hitting the right trigger button.
Oh,
And so I accidentally shoot, and I accidentally shoot someone.
I was riding by in that very first town you go to, and someone just like shot me. So I shot them back, and then all of a sudden the police came after me.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So then that was
In Tombstone,
I just shoot now.
they just arrest you regardless because they have to investigate it.
I just shoot people now. And then
You know
I just
what?
I pay,
That could also solve
and then-
a lot of
And then I
problems.
just pay $20 at the post office
Because you got the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, I'm done.
So, Big Spicy, you've gone the honorable route, though.
I'm trying to, yeah.
But
I will kill them if I feel that they're going to be a threat.
Now, but the thing is,
So I think one of the guys is going to be a threat that we like, because I let him go too. I've let everyone. I've let everyone
one in the
go.
suit.
Yes, I've let everyone go, and I feel like that's going to come back to bite me.
I help those people because they don't shoot at me.
Oh, okay.
Once you shoot on me or
See,
say you're going to
I
tattletale,
really debated with.
The tattletale.
I really debated. There's a guy on a suit that almost
Jimmy
falls
Brooks.
off a cliff, and you have the choice. This is in all the trailers, so you're not missing anything.
Jimmy
here.
Brooks.
Jimmy Brooks.
He gives you a pen.
You have the choice of helping him or letting him fall to his death. And I seriously debated letting him fall to his death, but I didn't. I went the spicy honorable route.
Yeah,
But then you like intimidated the crap out of him. You're like, "Hey,
yeah, he
Yeah,
like
that was a
peed
good
his
way.
pants.
Yeah.
Or when you stand right up to his face. Oh my goodness.
he goes, I'm not a good man."
Yeah.
And you're
And,
like,
and Arthur Morgan's like, I've got a good memory.
he goes, "I'm not a good," because he goes, "Thank you, you're such a good man." He goes, "I'm not a good man.
I'm not a good man. I was there.
but I got a good
And
man."
but I
that's
got a
after-
good memory.
After he gives you a gift.
Yeah, he gives you a
and you're
pen.
like, thank you. By the way,
sold that pen
I
for
will
money,
kill
by the
you.
way.
I will kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
So, Jordan, you've gone honorable, too, for the most
Yeah,
part.
so I'm honorable unless you're a douche, and then I just
honorable to non-douches.
Yeah. Like that guy really made me angry. I was taking back what was rightfully our gang.
So how about the train guys? Did you elect to kill those guys? Because I felt like they were just doing their job.
No, I let him go.
I let them go too.
But what's funny is I started the train with no driver, so I think I might have just killed him anyway. But
I know, right?
We started the train, we just
No, the
dropped
train
out.
is on tracks, so it's not going
Yeah, but
anywhere.
it's
But
gonna,
how
like-
is it going to stop? It's going to run into another train.
Yeah, I guess
I mean, they got to.
Basically, it's
It's the Old
Speed.
West. There probably was only one
Have you ever
train.
seen the movie Speed with Keanu Reeves?
That was the
I
original
guess.
Speed.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was the original
That
Speed.
was this. Yeah, this
There's no driver.
is the origin story of Speed on those train tracks. Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, but I love that everything requires an action. Like, yeah, you have to make your coffee. How you have to.
So
skin,
I've not brewed coffee yet. I did purchase
You need
coffee.
to.
I
How you
purchased
have
ground
to.
coffee.
You even have to hold your meat over the fire. It doesn't just do
Oh,
it
yeah.
automatically. You
Yeah.
got to do it.
Yeah.
You
I love
need
that.
to, or you're going to run out of your lightning bolt.
Stamina. Coffee's a stamina.
Yeah.
What I love is
I have
Deadeye.
stamina juice.
Deadeye is all like vices. Like Deadeye is whiskey, cigars. So it like ruins your health, but it gives you Deadeye. It's great.
Have you found the sharpshooter guy to unlock your sharpshooter
No, not
challenges?
yet.
I found
No.
him. He's from
No.
Mexico.
Yeah, so one word of advice that I would
beat 'em.
give, I wasted a lot of hours exploring first. So what happens, you play the prologue, you get out of the prologue, and you establish a camp as a gang. And then I started to, and that's when the world is open to you at that point. You can go anywhere and do anything you want.
Big old world.
I spent hours going anywhere, doing anything that I wanted, and it didn't progress. You're still technically, at that point, they're still teaching you things. Go do all the missions in that camp first, and that will unlock everything that you need to do, and then go, and that opens up everything to you, if that makes sense. So don't do what I did, because honestly, it is a waste of a couple hours. I mean, still super fun. Don't get me wrong, and it's not a waste that way. But you're not progressing anything because you're still limited at that point in what you can and can't do. Like you don't know everything yet, you know. So that's a word of advice there. I have gambled in this game. I've played blackjack.
I did once too.
I've not played poker, but I know where a poker saloon
played
is.
poker.
Where's the saloon? Is it in Valentine?
It's there's a town. Is it Vaughan? Is the town called Vaughan? It's on
Vince?
the river. Vince Vaughn. It's on the river.
Okay.
It's east of Valentine.
And it's a poker town?
Poker and
Okay. Because I'm just going to head there. I don't even care about the game.
blackjack. I did blackjack.
And it is
Actually-
Texas Hold'em.
I know, it's so good.
I
won
think
mine.
poker's only open at night because I was there in the morning and poker wasn't open.
No, I wasn't there. I did it as a part of a mission when I saved a priest.
Oh, very good. You can also do it in your camp.
But they have to be sitting at the table.
Yeah.
I've gone there lots of times, and it says, you have to come back because...
You got to do a certain mission first, I think. And then
Oh,
they're
okay,
sitting
okay.
there. Yeah.
What's
See,
nice
that's
is-
that's what. Once again, I only know this because I wandered around forever, and it still limits you. You got to do all those missions.
What's
inside
nice
the
though is
camp.
if you go to a place and they only do poker at night, you can just wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's a wait.
Yeah, you just wait
option?
for so many hours.
I see. I haven't unlocked that feature yet.
That's the LS mission you got to do. I told you about.
No, the game is fantastic. I really like it. Just for those that are curious about it, it is slower at first. It's very cinematic.
Felt different than a.
Very. It's a country cowboy. You don't have fast cars.
The soundtrack blows my mind.
that's amazing.
The soundtrack blows my mind.
I usually turn off soundtracks in games after a good half hour or
Yeah,
so.
you can't in this one.
No, I love, especially when some exciting things are happening, like you're getting into a fight, or like when you're going into that camp with John Marston and he knifes that guy,
Yeah.
and like it's the reason I like Wolfenstein. It's the bass kicks in, boo boo, and it's just the mood is set so good. It's just a great. This is a marvel. I love this game.
Yeah, it's very.
So far, I'm only 3 hours in.
It's
Maybe
very.
I'll get annoyed.
It's very good. Very, very good. I was telling Jordan and Spice before the show, I haven't stayed up all night to play a game in forever. Tonight I'm doing. After this show, I'm taking some crack cocaine, and I'm staying up all night to play this game.
Good for you. You know?
Yeah.
Good for your rock and roll lifestyle.
Rock and
man.
roll lifestyle. The rock star lifestyle.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
With that, let's get this show on the road.
Hold on, I wasn't ready. Now I'm ready.
There he is. Jordan, tell us anything else happening in the world that is
Yeah.
Xbox One beside Red Dead Redemption.
Biggest thing is Red Dead Redemption came out, but
Oh,
they actually,
is that what happened?
they actually do have Xbox is actually doing a sweepstakes where you can win a red console
Oh.
because their favorite color this month is red, because Red Dead.
Oh, that makes
Yes.
sense.
Anyway.
That's good timing then. If you think about it.
Does Xbox have a Red Dead Redemption bundle? Because PlayStation does, but is that only because they have the exclusive rights? So only PlayStation has a Red Dead Redemption bundle?
Maybe.
'Cause so when I was
I
at-
know. Xbox basically has like you buy an Xbox and will include like it's kind of like a deal.
Yeah,
They
but
give
that's
you,
like
like,
a deal with stores. It's not
Yeah,
like an
yeah,
official
yeah.
bundle where you
Yeah.
buy the package. I don't think they do. I think it's because I looked it up as I was driving home, which I shouldn't have done. But as I was at Best Buy, let me tell you, that deal works. That getting the exclusive advertising rights, that works because I saw as I was standing there just waiting to pick up my screen. This was right when it opened. I saw 5 people walk out with the PlayStation Red Dead Redemption bundle, PlayStation 4. So that works. I mean, that exclusivity on advertising, it works.
Yeah,
Which is a
one-
shame because the Xbox One X is the best place to play this game, hands down. It's not even close. Go watch the Digital Foundry videos. It blows my mind what they've figured out
I would
to do.
say
how to do.
one of the things I got out of watching. It's a 2-part series. By Digital Foundry. They go into the technical side of the game itself.
Yeah.
Then the other video is how they perform on every different console, right? The thing I got out of that is I feel like this is the first game where the difference between the X and the S or the original console is so vast that I feel like this is the first game you'd want to get an X to play it on.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the other ones have been fine up until now, but it's such a drastic difference with when you see visually, because they compare the original Xbox or the S to the X, and just the visual difference and the frame droppage and all that stuff. They go into it deep.
Well, it's what made me want to go get a 4K monitor. Up to this point, I've been fine. I have the X. I've been fine without a 4K monitor. You still get you still get the upscaling or whatever with it. So it's been fine. But this was the first game that made me want to go because of that Digital Foundry.
Because and Digital Foundry said many times, don't let this stop you from playing it on the original, because it's still a
beautiful.
marvel.
Yeah.
It's still a marvel that they are able to push the old hardware so far. And when you see the results, because they show how the frames are, Rockstar, it looks as though they have maxed out the hardware on every system. Mm-hmm. They have maxed it out. When you're looking at the frames per second on the original Xbox, you're looking at, on simple scenes, it's like the line is 29 frames. Occasionally, it'll split down to 24 or to 26 to 30 up above, but it's right there at like 29. Same with the PlayStation 4, and actually the PlayStation Pro, it kind of hugs around that number 29, which tells me that Rockstar is they dialed it up,
everything in
right
for
into
each console,
max it out as far as they could push those machines.
Yeah.
Which is, and they say, Digital Foundry says, it's a marvel that they were able to do that on 4 separate systems.
Yeah. Out of those videos, just talking about the difference between Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption, just with clouds, how they treated clouds and how their cloud system is voluminous now. It's not just flat going across a dome like it is in Grand Theft Auto 5 now. It has volume, it has shape, it's random. It's so good. Well, so cool. What cool technology. It's amazing where we're going to go with open world video game, or just any video game from here out. And
when you have developers like Rockstar pushing the envelope, doing things, because they talk about a lot of the challenges, the expert that Digital Foundry, the guy that's talking.
Who uses words that I have no idea what they mean a lot of times.
He explains some of the challenges that Rockstar must have ran into and how they probably, because he doesn't know, how they probably solved it. They talk about light going through material, which fascinates me.
Or giving volume to light, too. Having light surrounding lampposts, right, at night, or fog, showing off the fog.
That, and how the distance... So in photography with light, there's lots of rules and with shadows. The further the light away is and the closer that object is, how the shadow reacts to the wall behind it or the floor behind it.
By the distance of
the light
from the ground.
There's a lot of math involved.
The object for the ground.
Correct. Digital Foundry brings that up. And to see your shadow just standing there looking at the ground, your shadow near your feet is tight. And as it goes away from your body, it gets a little bit more blurry.
Just like a real shadow would.
Real shadow. Then it shows the shadow of a tree behind you. They bring this up, and how the tree's leaves are on the ground even further blurred, which is showing the distance, all that stuff, how it goes through your hat, how it reacts to your hat, and how it goes through tent material. Super fascinating. And how Rockstar is able... How this is a company that thinks of that pushes that does... I mean, I'm sure they ran into so many challenges.
Well, this is the first game that we've had built from the ground up from Rockstar for next generation consoles, right? For these consoles. And this is what they've been able to achieve. And it's mind-boggling. One thing that, as you watch this, that sets them apart, and we've talked about this before, we think they make the best worlds, right? Like Grand Theft Auto 5.
Hands down.
And this really... shows that off. Red Dead Redemption really shows that off. The world is almost a character by itself, right? Like a character that you're interested in. It has this feeling. It evokes emotion. Like for instance, when you're up at the very beginning, you're up in a snowstorm. Just FYI, if you've not played the game, but it's not a secret. It's right at the beginning.
Yeah, it's the
every
prologue.
Screenshot shows it. Sorry. Sorry, Jordan didn't plug in his laptop and it died here.
Yeah.
But it's like a feeling of hopelessness and the way the snow moves, and it's just so the wind gusting. It's the environment helps to make that game, and it's almost like it's an additional character with its own personality and its own influence on you and how you play the game.
Well, it's just fascinating how they're able to put that even into the old hardware. How obviously it looks better on the newer systems, both the PlayStation Pro and the Xbox, but they're able to have that bleed into the older systems as well, and have that do that where you can still have a huge visual range. Rockstar, they deserve props for for pushing the envelope because it's beautiful.
Yeah,
All that put together, even me just driving my wagon around and seeing how the mud reacts to the wheels, how it reacts to my feet, how you get dirty in a mud fight, and it's splattered all over you, and you have to go wash yourself, and how the world is just.
It's alive. There's no other way to say it. It's alive.
Marvel. Yeah. It's so pretty.
When you're riding and animals go past you, or there's birds in the sky,
dynamic
the weather,
poo.
Dynamic poop. I'll tell you what.
And when your horse gets cold,
every game needs dynamic
he
poop.
shivers.
Now.
The horse. Shivers.
The horse shivers. I love how the flexing of the muscles in the horse.
Well, and you get cold or hot based on which affects your health and your stamina and stuff like that. So it's just really cool.
And there's dynamic shrinkage for the horse.
Yeah,
Is
there?
Yeah, there is.
Well,
no,
yeah,
because
the horse is very detailed underneath.
Okay,
and they shrink in the cold.
They shrink in the cold.
Oh my goodness!
Who animated that one?
No, whoever did it deserves a medal.
Dude, that comes from the idea guy in the
you know
back.
what we could do? He's drawing pictures.
Wow, since we're so detailed, you know what's one detail that we've skipped? It's probably happened like last month. They had to rush all that overtime.
Yeah,
it was on shrinkage.
It was on shrinkage.
It was the crunch time.
Can you imagine?
Shrinkage.
Can you imagine like the intern bringing in the coffee to all the employees and looking through that conference room window and the drawings of the testicles up on the board? Just
concept art.
Concept art.
Is that real?
No, it's an actual feature.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew?
When you have
Who knew?
Testicle shrinkage.
You know you've got a great gauge. I mean, that's.
Oh man,
Details, man, details.
Anyways, what I was saying is, it's just a shame because if you don't have an Xbox One X and you've been looking for a reason to get one, this game I think gives you that excuse, and it's just a shame that they didn't have the exclusive advertising rights or whatever to put together these bundles like PlayStation does.
That's always a shame. I get it. I understand why they do it, but whatever. I have the console that looks the best on, so
dude.
I'm happy.
Let me tell you, and also go get a 4K monitor. I just got one today and blows my mind right up.
Yeah, but you can. I wanted to also say, just like Digital Foundry says, you can enjoy this game on the original Xbox.
It's beautiful.
So don't worry about
really
that.
good, yeah,
This is the first game where it's polarizing more than any other game.
But let me tell you, shrinkage in 4K is unlike anything you've ever seen.
ever experienced.
This week, you also got the Fallout 76 beta.
Oh, a lot of people really liked that. A lot of people in the
another
community
big
had
one,
a chance to jump in and really enjoyed it.
So you have access to the full game. Also, if you have the beta, the way to get the beta is to buy the game. So all your stuff is going to carry over, like we talked about a couple weeks ago. But yeah, it's out now. I've seen people play it. I've seen people watch nukes drop and blow up. It's a big explosion. It's like Megaton all over again when you pick the bad in Fallout 3 and it was big nuke and it just blew your mind. So it's like that just over and over.
Boom.
So big nukes.
And then you meet the people that you nuked later on in the game.
Yeah, and they're ghouls, and
you're like, oh, and that lady's so happy.
And that's when you felt bad. You're like, ooh.
Yeah,
That was
how's it going?
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice face. Sorry about that. I have a really nice apartment now, though.
We also got War Thunder that launched free to play on Xbox One. So that's really cool. I actually almost played this, and then Red Dead Redemption came out.
Black Desert Online, thank you, Pokefraud. Black Desert Online beta is finally announced November 8th. I'm super excited. I have avoided all MMOs.
The thing is
because I've been waiting for Black Desert Online.
I don't think any game should launch in November because that's when Red Dead Online
Well, this is
comes
just
out.
beta. This is just beta.
Yeah, but
November 8th.
everyone's going to be playing the online Red Dead beta.
Yeah, that's true. Rockstar did say it's beta.
Yeah.
That is true.
Well, now they can get away with not having it.
Now they're like...
Now I'm not mad because they put that beta on there.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Oh, it doesn't work?
Beta
It's
on
beta.
It's a beta.
Ah, right. See, they learned. They learned from Grand Theft Auto Online. Hey, speaking of that, before we move on to
Black
the
Desert
next...
Online.
Before we move on to the next story, Black Desert Online's coming in beta. Super excited for that. But before we move on, while we're still on Red Dead Redemption here, kind of talking about Red Dead Online.
We're all over the place.
Yeah, we're all over the place here. D-Block writes in and says, is this game, Red Dead Redemption, worth trading in my Switch in order to upgrade to an Xbox One X?
Ooh, but see, the thing about the Switch is Nintendo just randomly releases gold.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Talk about dynamic poo.
Dynamic game release, right?
Dynamic nuggets.
They'll just be like, Breath of the Wild, Game of the Year.
Zelda. Don't want our handheld? Zelda.
That's what they did.
You guys have questions about our handheld? Zelda.
No, yeah, I personally would not.
I would
because I really like my Switch.
If you have like a DS or something. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, now I'm offended.
Yeah.
You know, if this,
It's the
if
Wild
this was
West,
in the
man.
game, we would have words, man.
Jordan would just shoot you.
I'd be honorable, and I would just beat the pulp out of you, and then drink coffee over
Oh,
your body.
I have choked a guy. I didn't
Oh,
know.
I did too.
I didn't know that when I pressed the choke button that I wouldn't let go.
I choked him too.
I thought it was like a threat.
I did. Well,
I thought
it does tell you.
I thought it would give me an option to like release.
That's-
You know?
It does tell you can kill him or not, and then it says choke. But the sound it
No,
makes.
this was during a fight. During a fight, you grapple, and then I hit choke. And I was just thinking, like, okay, choke. No, he died. And then I had to pick up his body, and I threw him in the river. Well, I looted him first. Then I
Good.
picked up his body.
Good,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I just got snake oil, though. It's always a disappointment.
It's always a disappointment. No, that fight in the street in the mud by the
Oh,
saloon.
with like Big Timmy?
Yeah,
Or
Big
some-
Timmy.
I don't know what his name was.
Oh my gosh! When you turn him over and you start beating the crap out of him, boom, boom, boom,
Oh, yeah.
boom, boom, and somebody has to pull you off of him, and you're like, "Grrr," arms
Yeah.
like just into it. I was feeling it, man. I was feeling it.
Dude, that guy was big.
Yeah, Timmy was a big boy.
Timmy!
I don't know if that was his name, but it, you know.
I think it was Tommy.
It was
Big
Tom.
Timmy.
Yeah.
Big Tom,
Big Tom.
BT.
He came down from upstairs. You know what he was doing. And you interrupted that.
I'd be mad too.
Yeah, he was pissed. Next.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There's other stuff that came out.
Other news.
So what did we talk about?
Fallout
already?
76.
Yeah, we talked about Fallout 76. We talked about the other War Thunder. There was another thing that was really cool
That
I wanted to talk about.
You wanted to discuss, huh?
Oh,
Okay.
it was Fortnite. The Fortnitemares
Oh.
is now.
the Halloween.
Everybody's doing their Halloween events. So.
Which their picture that they advertised
Yeah.
was John Marston shooting down at zombies.
No.
They put on social media.
This is James Marstow.
James Marstow, which is hilarious to me that they're totally capitalizing on Red Dead Week.
Dude,
They totally-
that's just how they are,
They're
man.
capitalizing on Red Dead Week.
Fortnite, man.
That's not Red Dead, that's Dead Red.
Anyway,
Crimson.
they're
Deceased Crimson.
DC
you
Crimson.
can destroy cube monsters.
Oh, yes,
That's
very
one of
nice.
the part of the event. But anyway, there's a bunch of stuff in it. It's just their Halloween event. It goes until November, so be sure to check it out. But it's it's gonna be hard to check it out because Red Dead's out. You know.
Yeah.
I was hoping maybe we'd get a little Red Dead Undead Nightmare 2.
Oh. No, I see it.
But the thing is, as expansions go, that is in my top 5 of best expansions.
that one was fun. That one was really
Undead
fun
Nightmare.
because it went in a completely different direction than previous.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Jumping back to Red Dead.
'Kay.
So Red Dead Redemption got a bunch of multiplayer content, and then it did get a single player expansion, which was Undead Nightmare.
Undead Nightmare, yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5, I don't think got a single player
No,
add-on.
it got
was
all-
multiplayer.
it got all
do you think
online.
we're going to follow the same thing? Or do you think we're going to get a little bit of both?
No, I think didn't they? This was talked about like 2 weeks ago. Hold on, I'll Google it real quick. But didn't they
Google machine?
announce that you are going to get a single player? They are going to be supporting single player DLC.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't do my job and read the news.
Hold on, I'll look for it though.
I think you actually read this.
Would you be
Oh,
for?
was it me? oh, yeah.
Would
I
you
got
be
the-
for bringing Undead expansion again to Red Dead Redemption 2?
Just the same one remastered.
Because Marsden's in the game, you know. So.
4K, just 4K. it?
4K it.
No, but a new version of it, or do you think? Would you rather them go? a
Well,
different
Mark's
direction?
right. Rockstar is very original, so I doubt that they would do one like that. But that really was one of the funnest expansions I've ever played. It's in
I
my
don't
top
know.
5 of
and
best
they
expansions.
come out with some crazy expansions like the Ballad of Gay Tony.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
Lost in the Damned.
yeah, exactly. They are original ideas. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll repeat
And
it.
they're not DLC. I count those as expansions. They're good. I mean, they're good stat times. Anyway, Fortnite. While David looks that up, we got Fort Nightmares, and then a big one. Destiny 3 leaks. Yeah. What's Destiny doing? They're leaking stuff.
Destiny 3 what are these leaks?
Just
I didn't
leaks
know
that
this.
Destiny 3. You know.
That Destiny 3 is a thing?
Yeah.
Well, I think we can assume that
Yeah.
Destiny's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
We're going to
Yeah.
see another version of it.
I believe there's still lots of people from our community
Tons.
that they're still playing it hard. So and the game is still very popular. Hasn't gone anywhere. But so leaks.
Yeah. So Reddit user Anon the 9.
Oh,
has
so
a
he's
track-
anonymous.
Yeah.
He's anonymous 9
has a track
times.
record for getting things right when it comes to leaking future Destiny content.
Okay,
So,
cool.
So he must be just like the developer's kid or something like that.
Yeah, it's not. So
son.
back to single player DLC. It's not been announced, but in different interviews, like the head of Take-Two has talked about how single player DLC is lucrative for them. So from that, people have.
How it's lucrative, but is it as lucrative as Grand Theft Auto
Well,
Online?
no, but I think Grand Theft Auto Online was an afterthought. Where I think Red Dead Redemption Online is, or Red Dead Online is.
I don't think
It's
it was
not
an
an
afterthought because it was announced just like this is announced. It was online will be available in a month, basically.
Again, though, it's the beta. It's always been the beta for this, I believe.
That's what. Okay,
Yeah.
the idea of it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
It just
Sorry, I
happens to
totally
be a
missed
very
everything.
lucrative
I totally missed
beta.
everything you just said.
We started.
There's no for sure news. I think we
Okay.
will see single player.
Well,
add-ons.
the reason I was thinking of it, because I mean, I don't mind either way. Because I mean, the first Red Dead multiplayer was a ton of fun. And I'll probably lose a lot of hours in it, right? And then the 100% of the original campaign is going to be something I want to do, right? Just like the first one. So I don't mind if they don't, but because of how story driven the first 8 hours have been, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's very. This is the most. I think this is the most story driven Rockstar game out. I guess you could say with the exception of LA Noire, but I think this is more story driven because it's more cinematic. It's more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Even playing last night with Mark, I said, Mark, does this feel different, or am I just out of practice because I haven't played? Because I said, am I out of practice because I haven't played Grand Theft Auto in a while, or does this feel different? And then Mark said something. And
Well,
I was beating someone up, so I didn't. Really,
I mean, it makes
I was
sense.
shooting people.
It makes sense. It's also its longest single player campaign,
60
so it
hours
makes sense
is what
that
they're
it's
saying, yeah.
that it's more
Like to see the
story
speedrunners
driven
on this
because
one.
there's more. You're getting more cutscenes. You're getting more. What I've noticed is right off the bat, prologue on, even like your first 6 hours, say, you're doing more stories with cutscenes. And we've not even scratched the surface yet of where that story is going.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I agree with that.
I don't think we've even entered the main story. But anyway, getting back to Destiny 3. So, basically, according to the leaks, development on Destiny 3 just began with Chris Barnett at the helm as game director.
Boom.
So Luke Smith isn't the game director of Destiny 3, but he's still obviously going to be around on the development team, right? Aeon the Nine. He suggests that Guardians will be using powers of the darkness, which has been hinted at very heavily in the story, especially in the last Forsaken.
So we're going to get to be
right?
bad guys?
And if you remember at the very end of the first game, remember in the theory is the darkness is waking up because remember the Traveler woke up and then it like, oh, we're in space and these triangles. Yeah, they woke up. So classic sci-fi ships. Triangles, pizza wedges, octagons
that have no light on them.
Yeah. So, but anyway, very cool. I like Destiny. Oh, and another thing is they have leaked as well that Destiny 3 will be more hardcore, leaning heavily into the RPG aspect of the game.
Wow, interesting.
Basically, I think what they're doing is I think they have to find a way to compete with Anthem.
Oh, interesting. They see Anthem coming up and are trying to
and
go
they're
that
like,
way.
holy
Shnikes.
Holy snaps.
That's Tony Stark.
It's Tony Stark. They can fly in their game.
How can we fit
It'd be funny if
Tony Stark
it'd be
landing
funny
in
if Destiny just adds jetpacks to their characters all of a sudden.
That'd be cool.
Well, I mean, not to say that Destiny can't compete with Anthem, but Anthem has a lot of cool new ideas that I think Destiny wants to try and I mean, that's all better games are, right? Everybody grabs each other's ideas and makes things better.
I mean, just
look at Fortnite.
You see what works and improve upon it, right?
Fortnite literally takes everything that works and they just throw it in their game.
I mean, it's Night of the Halloween and we see John Marston everywhere. Sorry, Joan Marston.
Joan Marstow.
Joan Marstow. It's great.
But anyway, there's a lot of cool stuff this week, but I mean, the biggest thing is Red Dead Redemption.
Obviously, Red Dead Redemption.
Cowboys
That brings
are
us
back.
to the next segment of our show. This is the portion of our show where we take questions from the mailbag. In order to submit a question each week, you just need to subscribe to us on Patreon. $3 or more gets you access to the mailbag. Support the show and the community by joining our weekly mailbag over at patreon.com/positive gaming or XoneBros.com and hit the support tab.
That was all in slow motion.
At the top of the page. Jordan's having problems with his water here. It's spilling all over the place. First question comes from... Wait, I've got to pull this up. We don't have print. We had printer issues today, so I didn't get to print off.
It's like we're in the Old West. It's
I
like
know.
they didn't have printers either.
It's the Wild West.
Jessica Upchurch writes in and asks, do you guys think you'll be able to finish the Red Dead Redemption 2 campaign by the time online is released.
I
Yes.
don't.
That's 1 month from now.
I'm doing it, yeah.
60
I'm
hours.
doing
So
it.
Jordan, I mean,
Good goal.
that is a good goal.
Whether it's 100%
I
or
think-
not, I can't say that. But my goal is story mode done, and then I can jump into Red Dead without any stress behind me.
Sure,
You know
because
what I
you've
mean?
done the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Spicy.
possible with how I play games.
Okay.
I honestly don't think it's possible.
Because so Spicy, especially in these big games, Spicy sidetracks it first.
Yeah. I will sit there and drink my coffee while someone's getting tortured for 10 minutes.
While someone's getting gilded.
I'll just sit there and just role play
And
into this.
the amount of time you'll have to revive your horses. And stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
he's already killed 2 horses.
I have. I didn't even tell you about the other time. Oh my gosh. And I feel so bad because the horse.
The horse is really important.
Have you renamed your
Struggles.
horses yet?
No, how do you do that?
Oh, you go to the stables.
Yeah.
I have not been to. See, here's the thing. I don't do what the game tells me to do. I go do my own stuff.
I named mine Speedy.
Mine
Speedy.
is Trigger.
Trigger. I like it.
Trigger.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call mine. Never mind.
Dynamic poop.
Yeah. Or David.
Means the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
David in Hebrew means dynamic poop.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. Good old DP David. Yeah.
So McSpicy doesn't think so. That's a month away.
I think that's impossible for me to
I'm
do.
gonna
You'll
try- I'm
probably
not-
be close. You'll be close.
I don't know because
tying up loose ends.
I just love to just.
Now, what do you consider? Sorry, what do you consider done? Just main story? Because I think Jordan just considers main
Story. All 100%.
Whereas
100%
in
I think
this
will be.
game, I think you do have to do all the stranger quests.
I don't. Yeah, I just like to do my own stuff.
Yeah.
No, he's a cowboy.
Yeah,
So
I mean my
he's
Witcher
the
game.
West.
I played Witcher for 50 hours until I did like the first 3 missions.
Until you made sure you won the Gwent tournament.
Yeah, and, exactly.
on the Gwent circuit.
And I made my own achievement list that didn't exist in the actual achievements in the Xbox. I wanted to get every.
Gwent card?
No, well that
Gwent
too.
tournament?
And I had to beat like the hard tournament,
Yeah.
and I did. No, you know the Witcher gear, the green gear.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to get every set on every. Because you had the like the wolf set, the griffin set, the
Cat, all that
the
stuff.
cat set, you know, all that. It wasn't an achievement, but I wanted them all, and so
Hang
I
up.
spent a good 30 hours tracking those down and figuring out where they were.
It's actually really cool.
They've added more.
I had an Excel spreadsheet
Of course
of what
you
I was
did.
missing, and
How close did you get?
I can't remember.
Oh.
Well,
But
you're-
see, I did all that before I even started playing the game.
and they've actually added more since then.
They have.
So you're screwed.
yeah.
You can't go back.
I can't go back. I can't
go
go down
back.
that rabbit hole.
You'd get lost.
Yeah. So I think it's impossible.
No, see, I
for
think
me
this
to
game
finish
though,
it.
I don't think you have to do. Obviously, you don't have to do all of the side quests where like.
Well, they have the 100%
Some
meter
random-
just like the
some
first one.
ran-
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yes, some
Yeah.
random person is getting punched. Go help them. But the stranger specific story side quests, I do think count in this. Will you finish the game? Like it's main story and then specific stranger quests.
I'm going to try and finish the main
So
story
you know the
before
strange
whatever.
man in Red Dead Redemption 1?
Top hat dude.
Top hat dude.
Yeah.
My theory is that we would see him in this game. I think we've seen him already.
I might have shot him.
I will tell you guys after the show who I think it is. I think he's.
You might have shot him. There's a good chance Jordan killed him.
I might have shot him. I don't know.
I think he's in the game already.
Okay.
Yeah. Just throwing that out there.
In the prologue?
I really hope
No,
they
no,
have
it's not in the prologue.
they have a quest.
He isn't Valentine though.
I really hope they have a quest where some guy's trying to build an airplane and he jumps off the cliff and dies.
I love
Like-
that one.
Well, have
that
you guys
was so
seen? Have you
great.
guys seen the family that's building the house?
You go and get
Oh.
him, you help him, you get all this stuff, and he goes and just jumps off the cliff, and he's dead.
Yeah.
That mission was so great.
So this isn't a that was a stranger mission. This is right next to Valentine, so right next to where you're camped. Just go over. There's smoke rising up. Just go over.
Oh, I've seen
And
those.
it's the-
It's
the dad teaching his son how to build a house. It's great. That one makes me laugh out loud. And then so when you go over there, and the kids mess up, let's just say that. He yells at them and tells them to just go sit by the fire, and they talk and sit and listen to them talk. It's hilarious. I was
Okay.
dying.
Does it
laughing.
count as a stranger mission, or is it just
No,
like
it's
an
just
innocent-
like the random event that
Yeah.
happens in the world, which is really cool. Great question. I think I'll finish it before. At least that's my goal to finish. Although my goal was to 100% Forza Horizon 4 before Red Dead, and
That's
I'm,
only 2 weeks, so
and I'm
this is
14
a good
achievements away still. So,
good.
But you're close.
but all of my achievements are at like 90%.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
you're
super
close.
close. This week I'd probably be able to do that. So, next question comes from. Oh, thank you very
Good
much, by
question.
the way, Jessica. Great question. Next question comes from Fitzy. Last but not least, Fitzy. He says, my 6-year-old son is really starting to get into gaming, but only plays Mario Odyssey on the Switch. I'd like to get him into Xbox, but not sure what games would be best since he is just getting started.
Yeah.
He already has Minecraft, that's a good one, and Fortnite, also a good one, which he just runs around aimlessly in. Any good family games that are simple mechanics and we can play together, possibly that you'd suggest. Also, I have Game Pass and EA access for games. McSpicy, what would you suggest to introduce the young lad to gaming and game as a family?
So I think there's two that are really good. There's a series and another game. The series that I would say, find out what he likes, because Lego has games all over with any genre.
Any movie, any genre.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just mentioned that. Something I'm very, very excited for. I just finished all 7 Harry Potter books.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You want to go do
me.
Harry Potter Lego?
Yeah. They came out with this on the PlayStation 4 a while back. They are releasing for Xbox. I've already pre-ordered it. The Halo Lego collection. All Harry Potter years 1 through 7, the Lego games. So it's basically a remastered version of Harry Potter years 1 through 7 on Xbox One.
Oh.
So excited.
Very cool.
And I looked up top 10 best Lego games, and all the videos I watched, Harry Potter's always in the top 4 to 3. Like,
magic.
Like, they just say they've nailed it.
It's magical. So
anyway, sorry.
Lego games.
Yeah,
sorry, Fitzy. Lego games are really good because look at that. I mean, you got Harry Potter. You've got if you do, what's the Lego where you build?
Dimensions.
What is that called? Dimensions. You got Dimensions, which does like every single movie out there.
The great thing about these Lego games, and I played them with my nephews, I played them with my wife, you can't die. And one of the frustrating, when kids are starting to play, one of the frustrating things about any game is they want to play as good as, adults or friends or whatever, and they just don't have the coordination yet. The Lego games don't really, you can't die. You can punch. There's
Also, you could in multiplayer, you could have one of the players be useless, and you can do everything to progress to the next level.
Yeah.
That's what's really nice.
Yeah, well, that's exactly how my wife plays.
You used to have to take out the batteries of the controller and just tell them it was on.
Yeah,
and
but now it can actually be on.
Yeah. No, I think it's a really great game for kids to learn how to start playing. I think those Lego games are great.
Yeah. In chat, Pokefraud's got great one. Ukulele. Spyro, though, just came out.
Another
remastered.
one I've pre-ordered. It's out?
It's out, yeah.
Oh.
So you have
Didn't
it if you
pre-order
pre-ordered it.
Yeah,
then
didn't
it's there.
I think I got it at like E3.
So Spyro's there. Rayman Legends, Bridge City Gamer suggests Portal is a good puzzle series. Lupin Sith Lord suggests as well. There's a plethora of games out there. Jordan, do you have anything in addition?
Well, I mean, of course, the Lego games I think is a great pick. I'd suggest the Harry Potter collection. I mean, that's a lot of a lot of game for your buck. Man,
if your kid likes Marvel, they have. I think the best Lego game made was Marvel Heroes. And it's you go through, beat it, and then it's open world. And my nephews would just sit there and play in Manhattan. It's open world; they can do whatever they want. And they love being the Hulk, running through and blowing up.
Yeah, there's
New York.
but yeah, like there's the Spyro series.
I play one game that I would recommend too.
It's not out yet. It comes out
that
next
I
month.
played with my nephew is the Telltale Minecraft Stories game. Really good. It's called Minecraft Story. You said your son's into Minecraft. Just picture a Telltale game with Minecraft characters. He'll love it because he understands it. I played that with my nephew who was 8, and we went through it all. He loved it. He still talks about it to this day, and he's like 12 now. He's like, hey, remember that game? That was awesome. Remember when we did this? Blah, blah, blah. So that's also a good game. That's one for the whole family, and it's really good as an adult to sit through. It's great storytelling.
And then you have Crash Bandicoot, which also came out, the remastered version.
Right.
I played that one as a kid. But yeah, Spyro Reignited, I would suggest that one. 3 games, $40, remastered, but it's next month.
There's nothing like flying around the world as a purple little
Well,
dragon.
and I guess,
It's so much fun.
You can let him play every other child is playing right now, and that would be Fortnite.
Which he already is playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
wander around aimlessly. Dude, as we had our Halloween trunk or treat thing in our neighborhood here this last week, and the number of Fortnite costumes that were at that thing.
Oh my gosh.
Llama costumes
Guys,
all over the place.
I meant to take a picture, so I'm at work and I'm driving to a like a service call
To a
type
gig?
thing. Yeah, to a gig, and I'm driving past. It was a kid's birthday. Do you know he had a blow up battle bus?
Like Bounce House, but it was a battle bus?
It was a battle bus.
That's awesome.
I was like, oh my gosh, how does that even exist? Like that, it was.
Why did you not take a picture?
Because they were like 6 years old out in the parking lot. You know what I mean? I didn't want to just stop.
I will testify that that's a very valid reason.
Yeah, that's okay. Good
rolling
reason.
down the window
In your van.
Yeah, you want to know some?
Service
Speaking of that, Dude, I have so many stories because I have to go take pictures of properties.
Stories,
I have
Stories or restraining
orders. What?
Well, as a photographer, doing a lot of like projects and real estate and all that stuff, I have to go. I had to go to an elementary and take. Oh my gosh, I have stories where people just call the cops because there's some
guy
dude
taking pictures.
Yeah, which I always feel uncomfortable doing it, but I'm taking pictures of buildings and stuff like that, right? I was taking a picture this week of a builder had me take pictures of this building, and
that the builder built.
The builder built. You were on the phone with me.
Yes.
You were on the phone. David was on the phone, and these two guys come up to me, and they're like, hey.
Little do they know that occupied inside that building now is a federal agency.
Yeah, a couple agencies. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, what are you doing? I'm taking pictures of the building a builder built, And they're like, oh, just so you know, this is the feds are in this building.
This is the FBI.
And now, the FBI. And now I have all these, I'm sure satellites are all pinpointed my house. Yeah.
Why your
this
internet
guy?
broke?
That's why my internet
That's why your
broke.
internet went down.
Oh my gosh, I get the feeling, man.
You're blacklisted.
You did good by not taking pictures of all those kids in that bus. Good for you, man.
It was a battle bus though. So
That
it
is
was,
cool.
Yeah,
That is cool. Bounce houses. They need to make bounce houses for adults.
they need to make a lot of
They're
stuff
still
for
fun.
adults. Yeah.
Bounce houses for adults, huh?
Yeah.
What would that be like? That's
Be like a big air.
Isn't that
bounce
like
house.
bungee jumping or something?
Yeah, I guess bungee jumping or trampoline parks. I guess they have.
They have trampoline parks.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, they've
one
got, like, a ton right
down
around
south
us.
from
Yeah.
us. Yeah,
There's one just right up here.
there's also
like
one right
air.
over there.
I hardly ever got out. I don't know what's out there.
He's
it
only
scares
out
me.
on his internet.
Yeah, when the internet breaks, I go rub my eyes and look at this big
Is
ball of fire in the sky. It's like, what's that
What
thing?
is this thing? I've
Oh my
never seen
gosh,
one of
my
these.
skin hurts.
Great question, Fitzy. Thank you very much for writing in. We appreciate it. McSpicy, what did you hit your goal of getting 100% on Forza?
Forza, I did not. I got way too busy.
What about Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, what are you gonna do with those games?
I don't know.
Because you
They're just
really-
going on the back burner.
Honestly, just talking about this is stressing me out.
Because I haven't seen you this excited for an Assassin's Creed game in a while, and this is even Origins. I mean, Origins.
But
we got
having
really
said
excited
that,
for, but we waned off.
I've also not seen him this excited for a Red Dead Redemption game in a while.
Well, like at least like 6 years. Yeah. Whenever that one came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got too busy. I actually was jealous because you guys got to play all day, and I had to work. So sad. So
Yeah,
sad.
it's
Yeah, my wife sleeps a lot
Yeah.
lately.
Uh-huh.
It's been great. I just play games.
Do you drug her?
No. Here, I made you. Some.
Here, I made you some juice. Here's
Try this
some
one.
really good juice.
And the banana.
No,
like
she's been sleeping a
Seinfeld,
lot.
where he gets her hopped up. He brings over turkey and wine because he wants to play with her toy collection.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you do to your wife.
Yeah.
Wow, Jordan.
No, she's just been sleeping a lot.
You know that's against the law.
Not when you're married. I looked it up.
No, drugging your spouse.
No, it's cool. If you weren't
part of
married,
your
that's-
vows.
Yeah.
It's part of your vows. It's against the higher law. Yeah.
What do you you got any other games you're going to throw into the mix this week, or only Red Dead Redemption?
Unfortunately, Assassin's Creed's got to be put on the back burner. Forza's got to be put on the back burner.
Forza, I still will be streaming every morning because I think it's a good. I just enjoy
Palate
playing
cleanser.
it, and I don't want to stream Red Dead Redemption campaign because it's a game that you don't want to spoil for anybody, and I don't want to be in a position where I'm sitting there and someone in the chat is like, "Hey, this happens." I'm like,
Yeah.
I will kill you. I will
Ban.
I will kill you.
Just like Arthur, I am a bad person.
I have a good memory.
I have a good memory.
Do you, Arthur Morgan or John Marston? At this point, who is cooler?
Well, I asked Mark a very important question last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even asked you too. What do you do when one bad A is carrying another bad A?
Oh,
I
because
didn't know how to
carrying.
react.
You're carrying John Marston.
Yeah, that's a legit moment.
However, I think John Marston in this game is not as cool as John Marston in Red Dead Redemption because he's not yet.
He's young.
He's not yet a man.
But you notice
Arthur Morgan is a man.
But you notice the only person that talks about John Marston and like teases him is Arthur Morgan.
Is Arthur Morgan
Yeah.
true?
Only one bad A can talk to another bad A. Like it's a rule.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Duke?
Who's Duke?
The lead or Dutch?
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
Dutch.
Yeah.
Like
Wolf,
Nukem?
sorry,
What are
Dutch.
your yeah, Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem.
I love that game growing up.
He's,
The PC.
It's a good guy.
I don't know. I think he's I think there's more to him than meets the eye.
Well, because
There's some big question. Have you guys read the? Oh, have you used the companion app? No, you haven't.
Because
you guys are having problems.
My site was in
Russia
Russian.
and passwords.
Oh yeah, no.
But we fixed his.
Yeah, we fixed.
So
mine.
I've used the companion app. The Rockstar came out with a companion app for Red Dead Redemption. I highly recommend using it. The map feature is pretty cool. I've been using it on my iPad. It's pretty cool, but you can only use it when you're connected. I want to be able to see that map when I'm not connected. You know what I mean? Like whatever I discover is unlocked so I can view offline. It's not yet, doesn't have that feature, but what it does have is the journal entries. And I read those journal. It starts out with a journal entry before you've even played the game.
Yeah.
That you can read, and it just gives you a lot of backstory into Dutch, into what Arthur Morgan's been working on with Jose.
Well, what's interesting is Dutch. He brought these people together, right? Like from the first game and all this, we know that John Marston was an orphan, right? And that's how he got into the gang.
So is Arthur Morgan,
and so is Arthur Morgan.
And that we don't know that, but they joined the gang when they were young. Yeah.
Well, you do. Oh,
Wait,
Arthur.
what?
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
I don't
Mark
know.
wasn't paying attention.
Jordan's,
so we're good.
Jordan's spoiling.
So anyway,
story for everyone.
Well, that you're spoiling it for everyone.
It wasn't too big.
Well, I mean,
I'm already mad. I didn't even hear what you said.
It's not that big of a spoiler.
It was the P thing.
Okay, don't say anything.
This is why I don't want to stream this game. Jordan's in chat.
Yeah.
Where were we going with that?
Just Dutch. Our thoughts on Dutch.
Yeah. So I mean, he's very good at bringing people together, obviously,
Yep.
right? And you notice at the end of the second one, he did the same thing again. So this, I mean, we know that this group eventually disbands because of the original Red Dead Redemption, right? Yeah. But in the second game, he did the same thing at the very end of the game. Remember, he had I think it was the Indians that he kind of brought together, and he started a new type of game. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see how
he's manipulative. Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah. But I don't. But currently, I kind of like him. I don't think he always makes the right decision.
They definitely are giving you the father figure vibe.
Yeah.
And right now he's like the father figure to you, so you do like him.
I don't think he's like the best. I mean, it's interesting because he makes decisions, and you agree with some, and you
have you read the journal yet? You got to go read the journal.
No, yeah.
Go read the journal. There'll be some insinuations there.
It's just it's going to be very interesting where this story goes.
Do you know what I think is cool? That we see John Marston's son.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah, he's as a child,
a little boy.
Spoiler alert: if you've not played Red Dead Redemption 1, you get to play him at the very end of the game.
Oh, gotcha. I was like,
maybe we'll get to play him again at the end of this game. That would be a little boy.
As a little child sledding down the mountain, Grizzly Mountains. So we can go back there. Do you want to go back to the snow? It seems very tough. That's a tough place. It's a hard place to live.
packed a coat on my horse now.
Oh,
did you know you could do that?
Yeah, you get blankets. Yeah,
Dude, the horse is awesome.
No, yeah. Well,
you got to go to the stables, Spicy. You could get all these things there.
Yeah.
I upgraded my stirrups so I could go faster.
I brushed my horse.
I bought a war horse, by the way. The reason I did is for gunfights.
That's actually one of the things we get. I think because of the Ultimate Edition, we
get
get
a war
access
horse.
to a war horse. So that's
I already got it.
Yeah,
I mohawked that bad boy.
Ooh.
He's got a gray mohawk.
You can braid his tail.
Yeah, I tried it. I didn't like it a little. It didn't look. It looked like a ponytail.
Major Nelson braided it.
Oh, he braided his tail?
He sent a picture. He said he wanted his horse to have style and he can pick him out.
Oh,
it's kind of like
I went short tail. Mohawk.
It's kind of like you got to have the different colored car in the parking lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing with horse.
I see.
You got to braid the tail. So,
that's
you
want the fuchsia.
You're hitting
car.
you're hitting your horse keys. You know you can't. Hear
see, that's what I did with my saddle. I made my saddle like this really bright color so that I
like
could
bright pink.
Yeah, there's also cosmetics like the horn.
I
thing.
hate those.
I hate the capture things.
The horn thing on the saddle costs like $1,500 to get a good one. It's expensive, but I upgraded.
I'm saving to that.
It has no other value other than looks.
When you look cool, you are cool.
Can I say I am a little bit disappointed by the brushing animation?
The brushing animation?
Brushing your horse animation?
I haven't seen it.
I thought it would be longer. It's just like 2 seconds up by his neck.
That's what she said.
No, it's just like up by his neck and it's like 2 and then dust comes off.
They get to the point.
I want to do his hind legs and... There's
you gotta-
shrinkage in this game, for crying out loud. You couldn't take a little more time on the brushing of
You
the
got to
horse?
pay the extra 50 cents to have someone else come and brush it.
Yeah. I guess you could do that. I want to get a second horse, though, too. That is one thing that I do. I do like... Your horse is important. Your horse is your inventory.
When I ran mine into a tree, I was so scared that I killed him.
Yeah, I have this connection to my war steed Trigger already. That if he dies, I'll be sad.
I wonder
Don't
how
run
horses,
down a mountain.
Down a mountain.
I wonder how horses will work in multiplayer. Because if they're permanent, like
If it's permanent,
people are
then
gonna
multiplayer.
people are gonna be aiming for horses. It's gonna be horses.
Trolling.
Horses
Yeah,
would be
sucker.
the most valuable.
Don't even aim for him. Aim for the horse.
Yeah, everybody's aiming for the horse, and then you're stuck out in the middle of Mexico. You got to run back to your camp.
Have you had to run far in this game? I had to once.
Where did you run?
No, I took some ladies to town, and then they left me.
That song that
you
they
could
sing.
just take a horse. That's what I did.
No, but then it said you're stealing someone's horse. If you bring it back, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
yeah.
I-
So you can steal it. You just got to remember to bring it back.
I did bring it back, but then I had to run back.
See, I never brought mine back. I didn't care.
Did you whistle for your horse?
Yeah, I was way too far away, man. I was way too far away. The horse couldn't hear me. I trekked that whole. I just sat there and ran back, and of course I get distracted because I started hunting, and then oh yeah, I hunted. I was like killing all these wolves, and killing a turkey, and killing all this stuff. Then I realized I can't carry with stuff without my horse.
Yeah, you've got to.
So I had to carry I carried my big old steed back because that was the best
You're
thing I
buff.
shot.
So what you're saying is you're buff.
So I just carried this all the way back to town.
Do you have any new clothes yet? Have you bought any outfits?
I don't even know how to wash my clothes yet.
Oh, that's right.
But taking a bath, I think will wash your clothes.
Okay.
And let me tell you, it's significant.
And pay the
difference.
extra 50 cents.
Also, have you guys shaved? Have you guys shaved?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your facial hairstyle?
I like the way Arthur Morgan looks.
Clean
Just
cut. I go clean
cut.
cut.
You want to go
Yeah.
clean cut too?
Yeah.
Stash. I keep the stash.
That's cool.
He put
Yes.
the Clooney on.
He cleaned it up.
You should
The
see the
Selleck.
mutton chop. You know Micah?
Yeah.
The character Micah? You can get like crazy mutton chops like
so
him.
so far, Micah seems like Trevor to me.
He's kind of
like
a
this
douche.
Trevor
Yeah.
role.
I did a couple
Right?
missions with him. He's not a nice man. He did give me my
He's-
dual wielding pistols though.
He's legit
Who's
crazy.
this?
Micah.
Yeah, he gives you dual
Do a
wielding
mission
pistols.
for Micah because he
It
gives you
helps,
an extra
yeah,
holster, and it's awesome.
Okay. Good to know.
Can I say one thing that happened that was amazing?
When I went to hunt the bear, I forgot to take the gun out of my saddle, my rifle, so I just had a pistol. That's why I got my head bit off.
By the bear?
Jordan was on with me, and he just started laughing because I was just like, "Oh,
Dude, I had a bobcat run at me. I
oh, that's
instantly
scary." I heard one and ran.
I threw down I what's that? Dead-eyed it. I dead-eyed it and
Did you get it?
I blew the crap out of him,
yeah.
dude. And the pelt was like totally destroyed.
You know what I'm
Because
excited?
I wasn't messing around.
Yeah, we don't care about that pelt. You know what I'm
boom,
excited?
boom, 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 boom.
I am excited for fishing.
Oh yeah, me
30
too.
different species of fish. It looks relaxing.
Yeah.
It looks like a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, but blackjack and poker, it kind of feels. I can't wait to get to a big town because it was like an 8-cent entry fee.
You
Didn't
got to
feel
think
like
though,
a lot of money.
8 cents back then. That's like $80.
It's like $1 million.
It's like $1 million. Well, I won. It was $3 to get in, but then every time, like, what's it called when you have the minimum? The minimum was 8 cents, but I walked away from the table with $3.07.
Oh, nice.
right.
That's called profit.
Blackjack.
Profit, baby.
So
Yeah.
let me-
Homer Simpson said, "With $10,000, we could be millionaires." It's kind of the same concept here.
Arthur Morgan, 1 cent at
So
a time, one
there
penny
was-
at a time.
There was something amazing that happened to me that I did not expect, and it blew my mind. So I was walking back, just minding my own business again.
Yeah.
And the O'Driscolls were like hanging out
yeah.
next to a tree.
I don't like those Irish
Yeah,
bastards.
Yeah. The O'Driscolls, they were hanging out next to this tree, and I walked by them, and I didn't know they were the O'Driscolls, and they're like, blah, blah. And
Yeah, they threatened me too. I just
yeah.
walked though.
And
I
was
walked
like,
away.
And I was like, yeah.
Did you?
Right?
Did
yeah,
you?
I talked back to him.
Did you press the antagonize button?
Yeah. So I said something to them, and anyway, they both started punching me like it was a fist fight,
Oh.
and I was fighting them back.
Can
right?
you pull out your gun in the middle of a fist fight?
Oh, this is where it gets good.
Oh,
so anyway,
okay.
So anyway, I'm fighting them, and then they're cheating because it's 2-on-1, and I'm like, this isn't honorable. I'm just pulling out
Irish
my gun. Yeah.
bastards.
So I pulled out my gun, and as I was pulling out my gun, the guy that was in front of me was like, "You bastard!" And he grabbed my hand and threw my gun out of my hand.
What?
Yeah. And then he pulled out his gun, and I punched him really quick, and his gun fell out of his hand. Yeah,
That's
and
intense.
and then the other guy shot me in the face, and I died. And that's actually how I lost my hat because I revived.
That's
and
how
went-
I lost my hat.
Story of how I lost my hat.
Let me tell you the story about how I lost
'Cause
my
I
hat
died,
back in
and I-
1899.
I spawned and I went back because I knew where my hat dropped and it wasn't there anymore. So I have no hat. I gotta buy a
So
hat.
Fiverr looked it up, and in 1899, $1 is equal to $30 today.
So it's like $1 million.
So $3 entry is
No one. Oh, so that
so a $30. So a $3 entry is $90. $90. So that's pretty decent. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Beast 420, real quick before we go, says, for those of us that didn't play the first Red Dead, is there anything we should know about the story before playing Red Dead 2? I would just look up a YouTube video that summarizes.
I don't even think
technically you don't, because this is a prequel.
You really don't.
You won't get all the Easter eggs.
You won't get the Easter eggs, and you won't have the connection to certain different characters that you're introduced to here.
But
John Marston being the number one.
You'll build the connection as you play the game. I don't think it's as important as you'd think. I think you're fine just playing it.
Yeah,
if you wanted to,
I would just watch the story. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there that do a really good job. Thus far. And
actually,
really
there's a video out there. I think it's actually on a PlayStation. Grenade is the name of the YouTube channel, but they actually go through Red Dead Revolver and Red Dead Redemption. So they give you the full.
Oh, I loved Revolver.
Yeah, they give you the full.
Dude, the Buffalo Soldier was OP. He was he had the rocket shot that is like his ultimate. Yeah. Dude, it was like Odd Job. We outlawed him.
Can't play him.
You can't play as the Buffalo Soldier.
No Buffalo Soldiers.
That game was good. Who made that? Was that
Rockstar?
Rockstar made that game too?
They acquired it from like
someone.
Capcom or something like that.
It was Capcom. Yeah, Capcom started it.
That game was so fun. I love that game.
That does us for today. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. If you've not yet had a chance to play Red Dead Redemption, we all highly recommend it. Hope everybody has. Are we on?
Do you want me to press it?
Oh, yeah, let's
I'll
press the
that button.
This is the press signal.
I didn't.
Sorry,
did you do that?
I did.
You should do
Did it like 5 times.
Do like a.
We should get a button that turns on a light.
Just do like. Do something more, because you always do that.
Like baseball code?
Yeah, do something like do the sure shot, boom, or do something more so I know to press.
Okay, I'll do that. Hey, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate it. Another good episode. We always have fun doing this with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us over on iTunes. We hit top 50 this week in video game genres. So thank you for that. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. It really helps the show and the rankings to subscribe, to rate us over there, and expose this community to more amazing gamers. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us live. Appreciate it. Another fun show. You guys help make it a blast.
Even more fun.
Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we enjoy hanging out and talking video games with each other.
Good song.
I don't have chat up. My bad. There it is.
You don't have chat up?
There it is. Hey guys, and everybody that this was their first live stream, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I remember my first live stream. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was. I was there.
You were there. Hey, you were there, and you were there too.
Yeah, we were all there. It was amazing.
We were all there.
Blows. Your mind. You ready for some producer credits?
Producer credits. Here we go. Thank you, everybody. Alpha Builder, my main man, Alpha Baltha. Oh, these are all Red Dead Redemption credits too, baby.
Ashton
Shearer, you did
Thank
that
you.
last time.
I really gotta learn to read.
Beast. Look
Beast.
at dude. He
420.
looks like a beast right there.
B. Scott came in when the beat hit.
Ooh, Cerebra Assassin.
Cerebra Assassin.
The Assassinator. The Cerebra Assassinator.
Chief Wiggum.
Looking like an Australian badass out on the
Red Dead
prairie.
Redemption is so cool.
That's the shirt I'm wearing in the game.
Oh, very nice.
Dark Knight. I'm gonna customize.
Dark
those.
Knight. Our Arizona friend, Dylan Domingo.
Oh, John Marston's outfit. is the best. He's not wearing that right now.
Our second double D, Dominic DeBazio. Thank you, Dominic. Just hanging out at the campfire.
Dr. Abel Abraham.
The doctor.
Doctor.
Somebody call the doctor. Freaky Deaky Freaky R.O. from Horseback. The repeater.
Free Radicals.
There's a little cowboy in each of us. If there's not, there should be. Greg Cheney. Gregory. Big Spicy, you watch this one?
I could say that Happy Mayo. I was actually watching it on this. Sorry.
Oh.
Happy Mayo.
Jessica Upchurch.
She had the question today.
She did. That's her.
Kid of All Dreams.
Oh, the silhouette.
Cruising in the sun.
The cowboy
What
silhouette.
a good shot. Michael Contini.
Nicest man on the planet. Overlooking the prairie.
R56 Cooper.
With
With Old
his-
Yeller.
With his dog, Sparky.
Was Sparky the dog. Reactor League.
Hanging out with John Marston.
Man, I like all this. I'm just looking at the artwork. Richard Brown. I'm just paying attention.
Ronan, have no fear. Ronan's here with a pump action shotgun.
I have that outfit he's wearing.
Ooh, I like it. Tezza Man, another brother from down under.
The Shadow Navy.
The Shadow Navy.
Blowing up some saloons, it looks like.
Something.
Hey, D-Block.
Tier
thanks for
1
that-
Ops.
Thanks for that compliment. I appreciate it. Tier 1 Ops. Wheezy
Last
Whistle.
but not least, it's Wheezy Deezy, Wheezy Whistle.
And that'll do us, right?
D-Block, thank you guys for being such a real podcast. It's nice to just listen to some relatable people talk about games you like. D-Block, we appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, shall we just...
Now it's time. I got.
the crotch. Can we show that? I want to show that.
Is there a way to show that on stream real quick?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to just grab my camera.
Okay,
Guys,
do it with the camera.
So we're ending the stream, right? But
Hold on, guys. Well, let's show you what we were talking about on Jordan's clip.
okay, let me turn
It's
off all
hilarious.
this. Let me turn
Pause it.
Well, no, I can
turn
just
this up.
redo it.
Okay.
Because it does. You got to know. It does break that right there. I didn't
Okay.
notice that.
I'm going to pull this off, and we're going to try to...
Watch this clip, guys.
Let's do it when you're...
It is so funny. Got it. So this is low end technology here.
Yeah, we're just going to
We're
show
low-ending
Jordan's
this.
screen so you can see. And I'll try to hold it
Hopefully
steady. Right, we ready?
Okay, here we go.
switch.
We got
take my
this.
social security number off.
Okay,
Hold on. Oh, by the way, everybody, this is what we see.
that's what we see.
See all those monitors? There's 4 monitors up
Sometimes
there.
we watch John Q on that.
Sometimes
monitor.
we're watching Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Okay.
We've gone through the whole
Want me to hold
series.
it? It'll be a little bit
Yeah,
easier.
yeah, if you can hold it.
Okay, I'll hold it. Right.
All
I'm trying.
Right?
Okay, just
Okay,
keep
watch
that.
this,
This
everybody.
is Jordan's clip. It's so funny.
Well, okay, I'm going to press... Did I do it? Oh, I got to press this thing. Okay, you ready,
so-
everybody? Here
We're
we
doing
go.
it. We're
Hopefully you
doing it
can see
well.
this.
It's me just, oh,
What?
yeah.
Jordan
finally
goes,
got
hey,
back
I'll
to
just
you."
ride around. I'll just ride around.
Watch, pay attention to this.
Oh, man, that
But
is
if you
so
notice,
funny.
this thing over here
Broke.
broke.
Yeah, the post
Here,
broke. So
We'll
crazy.
replay it. We'll
Replay it one more time. One more time.
The sweet nectar.
One
of
more
the
time.
replay.
Jordan just takes it in the
Takes it in the crotch.
takes it in the crotch.
So good.
That was an accident, by the way.
Isn't it always? Isn't it always?
Okay.
I don't think anyone ever does that on purpose.
All right, everybody.
Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
watching.
Have a
We
good
love
day,
you all.
guys. Bye bye.